What's Gucci, everybody? It's your girl, Nicole Banister, aka NIKKI BANZ, and welcome to the very first episode of NIKKI BANZ Live in 2022. We made it, y'all. We made it. It's a whole new year, a new turn around the sun, and on we go here with NIKKI BANZ Live. Oh my goodness gracious. I have to tell y'all, when I first started this show, I didn't really know how long it would last. I kind of thought like, okay, I'm going to start this live show. I'm going to talk to some of the dopest people I know around the world. And let's just see, maybe it goes on for a couple months. I thought, okay, let me just hit, all the way through 2021. Let me just get guests through 2021. And then all of a sudden I was booking guests for January. And then all of a sudden I was booking guests through February. And then all of a sudden I was booking guests through March. And oh snap, I guess the show goes on. Ha ha! I had to give myself the DJ horn for that one. I am so incredibly excited to be sitting here with you all today for season 2 of NIKKI BANZ Live. Every single Tuesday, I am coming to you all with the most amazing actors, rappers, artists, and entertainers from around the world. We do this every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. here in Cape Town, South Africa, which is where I am right now, 1 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States, 10 a.m. on the West Coast, aka the best coast of the United States, which is where our guest today is coming to us from. So it's a little bit early for her, but she has agreed to come on, and we are so excited. I personally have to say, this was the absolute best way to start the show in 2022 with the one and only Alice Smith. She is a singer, she is a songwriter, she is a mother, and she is one of the most soulful and talented musicians out there. And not only that, she is my cousin. Oh, I'm so excited to have some fam bam on the show, which is just awesome. It's so cool. And to be honest, we haven't really hung out that much over the years. So this is going to be an amazing opportunity for not only all of you to get to know this amazing human, this amazing artist, Alice Smith, but for me as well. And there's no better way to start off a brand new year than with family here on the show. So welcome everybody. I see so many of you are joining. Feel free to drop me a comment. Give me a flag. Tell me where you're coming from. I see my mom is here in the comments. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Thank you all for being here today. This is so incredibly exciting. We made it. And yes, I see somebody typing into the chat, Alice, all caps and a heart. Yes, we are so excited to have Alice Smith here with us today. We're going to give her a couple minutes to log on and to get sorted. We are just so incredibly excited to have her. We know it's early in the morning, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. That's a little bit early for a live, to be like this excited and this and this outgoing. For me here in Cape Town, it's 8 p.m. So I've had my whole day. I've had multiple meals. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on the show. This is so cool. So cool. We cannot wait to have Alice Smith join us. Like I said, she's a singer. She's a songwriter. She's Grammy nominated. She's done an NPR Tiny Desk concert. She's performed at the Apollo. She is on Netflix right now. Yo, the accolades, the accommodations go on and on and on. But most importantly, she is my cousin. So like I said, this is just awesome. So awesome. Can't wait to have her on. I think that the one and only Alice is in the building. I think she has joined us now. I'm about to bring her on live, but don't forget, party people, every single Tuesday, I'm bringing you amazing interviews with some of the most incredible talent around the world, whether they're from Zambia, Nigeria, Namibia, the United States, Papua New Guinea, the list of countries goes on and on and on. You want to learn about people from all over the world, you want to travel the world, you just got to come right here with me, NIKKI BANZ, every Tuesday, and I'm taking y'all around the world with some of this incredible talent. And I see that somebody is already typing in the chat that Alice is a beast performer. No one like her. Abso-freaking-lutely, you are correct. Mahogany Horizons, you are absolutely correct. So we're gonna see her live. We're gonna hear all about this amazing singer, songwriter, performer, Alice, just now. Now is the moment. You know I like my sound effects. I'm gonna give y'all a drum roll. Drop some comments in the chat. Drop some hearts in the chat if you're ready to see Alice Smith. I'm bringing her on right now. Let's get it. Drum roll activated right now. Party people. Hello. Hi, beautiful.
Good morning. Wait, let me get my light. I ain't got no lighting.
You have the sun shining right down on you. You look heavenly, my dear.
Hello, darling.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I made it. Kinda.
You did. I know. I was just saying. I was like, I knew it's so early for you. 10 a.m. like festive season, holiday time. That's early.
Yeah, it's kind of early, but it's cool. It's not that early. I'm just late. That's all.
You are not late at all. Say that again.
I wanted to make sure I had made me a little coffee or something to help me feel alive.
Yeah. Yes, I see you got a nice big cup there too.
Yeah. What time is it there? 8 or something? No.
Yes, it's 8 p.m. here in Cape Town, South Africa. So we're a little while ahead of you on the West Coast.
Word. What are we gonna do? We're gonna... Can you?
We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about you and your amazing self and your amazing career, and like also just become like best friend cousins that we were always destined to be.
Destiny. Yeah, man. Where should we start?
Yes. We'll kick things off. So, Alice, it is such a pleasure to have you here on NIKKI BANZ Live on the show. I was saying earlier that there's truly no better way for me to start off the 2022 season of this live show here on Instagram than by chatting with you, because you're family, Cuzzo, you're family, which is just incredible. And it's an opportunity for me to get to know you better alongside the whole rest of the world who's tuning in here with us today. So I always like to, I start the show by saying how I know my guests. And so I just have to say, like, it's just incredible to have you on as my cousin. Shout out to Uncle Paul, who's my uncle, your father. Shout out to Auntie Gordia. It's just a blessing to keep it all in the fam today. I know they're watching. I know my mom and dad are watching. So shout out to the fam.
Yeah, they're definitely watching, man. Ooh, Aruba. Yes, I'm looking at the chat. Yes, man. Golly, how old were you when we met? Little bitty. You were a little girl.
I was quite young, probably when we first met. But I was trying to think. Last time we saw each other in person, I think it was at Paul and Gordia's house. Lola was there. You were there. That must have been, even then, maybe like 10 years ago.
Yeah, got it. I mean, was Lula around? Did I have Lula yet?
She was.
That's my marker right there. So she's 11.
So it's
10,
been in the last
right?
10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah. Basically.
What's it like living in South Africa? Is it so amazing? My father loves it there.
We got to get you to come out and visit one day.
Yeah. Dope. I hear it's dope.
100%. And you're in LA right now, correct?
Yeah.
I always like to say that Cape Town and Los Angeles are very similar. I always say it's like beautiful beaches, beautiful mountains, beautiful people, lots of creativity, Like very, very similar. That's why, like West Coast of any country, I'm like, send me there. Whether it's the US, South Africa, I like the West Coast.
Yeah, yeah. I dig it. Oh,
Exactly. Exactly. Well, good morning to you. Let me start off by asking you, since we got people here tuning in from all over the world, we've got people tuning in from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from all these incredible places. Perhaps people who don't know about you, don't know about your sound. So if you were to describe yourself in your own words, how would you describe yourself? What would you say?
well, Nikki, I would say that I am indescribable. I mean, I don't know. I sing. I sing. I'm a singer, and I sing songs that I write, and um, I've been doing it for a while now. A long time. Let's say I don't know. Long time. I've been doing it. I didn't start till like college, but I've been away from college for a very long time. So, so I've been doing it for a while and seen some some things and some places and some had some successes and some misses and so, I haven't had a lot of misses actually. I just have had a lot of
Uh-huh.
spaces, and I I'm I'm still doing it and still compelled to do it, you
Mm.
know. And I still love it. I love singing, you know. So I'm just that's what I am. I'm a singer. That's legit. Is that it? I don't know. I don't know
And
what style is, if that's what you mean. Like I don't have real style because I like everything, you know. I'm a Sagittarian. That's a mutable fire sign. I'm very adaptable. I like all kinds of things. Musically, I can do all kinds of things. So I do. You know
mhm.
what I mean? I think so I just do. I just do whatever I want. Kind of um
Yes, you absolutely do. And I think, for you to say that you are, indescribable, this indescribable singer who does whatever you want to do, that to me is spot on, Alice. I think that's why, like, I'm reading, honestly, I'm reading the comments here. People are like, I love you, best performer ever, amazing sound. And it's so true because the sound that you have is unlike anything else that we're hearing on the radio, unlike anything else that we're hearing from other artists. And you bring this soul, you bring this performance, that's just, it truly is indescribable. It's something that you just have to like see to know or see to believe. So when you get up on stage and you're performing these songs that you've written that are yours and your own sound, like what is that feeling like for you? Is that like, do you ever get nervous, or is it just are you so naturally in your element that it just flows so easily? What is that like for you?
um what's it like performing? I mean, I definitely don't think about it maybe very deeply. um I've always noticed that, you know, people, a lot of times artists or musicians, let's say, are very like, I feel like with music it's a lot more pronounced maybe, but um like that it's a very deep, you know, life saving, life affirming thing. And I guess it is a life affirming on some levels. Let me just interrupt myself and say, I hear somebody, because I live in LA, so you know somebody's working on somebody's yard. So it might get loud and I might have to move, but just saying that now.
All good.
I am not, that is some other kind of mechanism working in the background. Okay, So I don't think of it like, I mean, really it is. I mean, it really is kind of like part of who I am to sing, you know, and it really does just happen, you know. Um, so on stage, I just feel comfortable, and
Mm.
I feel really, I guess, safe and comfortable and free, and I feel totally fine when I'm performing most times. If it-
Mm.
if the voice is not, you know, doing what I want, you know, unless if something is like hard, is not working, and those are the only times I would get, like, let's say, nervous before, you know, I'll be like, oh God, you know, she might
Yeah.
not, it might not work. But otherwise, I'm really just like, all right, made dinner. Now we're gonna sing. Then we're gonna go home and, you know, clean up, type of thing. You know.
Uh-huh. 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 And I think that's interesting, that ending part you have right there. Like, okay, I'm just gonna go sing, then I'm gonna go make dinner, then I'm gonna go do this. I think that's something that a lot of us are really curious about. It's like, what does a day in the life look like for you? Because I think what we see externally, we see you doing these amazing performances. You know, we see you moving around, but I feel like you would have a very interesting just kind of day. Like you would, yeah, just go perform and then be like, okay, now just like back to the family, you know, like.
Like, I think I think what do I do? It's different, obviously. I don't have like, I'm just me, you know. I don't have like, I'm not at a label. I don't have a team. I just, you know, I show up. Again, it's a part of my life. You know, it's like who I am. So I show up, I do the thing, and I keep going. Like if I'm on the road, which I haven't done in so long. If I'm on the road, you know, you get up, you just basically, I just basically lay around until it's time. Try to eat something good, drink something good, and then afterwards,
Mm.
you know, maybe have a couple cocktails if you're drinking, and if I'm not drinking, if I'm off alcohol, which I do sometimes, then I'll just, you know, hang out a little bit, come bring the energy back down, go to sleep. Otherwise,
Mm.
if I'm like at home, I'm usually definitely, like if I'm playing in town, which I used to do a lot more when I was in New York, you know, and I used to just be like, I really used to be like, oh, I'm gonna make dinner and eat and then go out, come back and clean up, you know. And then
Mm-hmm,
now,
mm-hmm.
basically like that, it's just, you know, it's nothing exciting. It's really not as exciting. Sometimes I'm like getting dressed in the car, you know, or I'm thinking, Jesus, if anybody ever had to see me do this. I mean, I'm really good at dressing in cars, you know, putting on makeup in rear view
Uh-huh.
mirror, you know, just shaving in sinks, you know, in like nasty bathroom sinks. That's always good. That's always I, I very often like forget to shave, and so I have to do it in the bathroom. And usually you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's nothing exciting. It's not the Beyonce show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, um, here we go. Is there anybody here to put on my
I,
makeup? No. Sometimes
no,
when I'm really
just me. Okay, got this. Look,
okay, do
I think
everything.
that to me,
Oh, okay.
this
I'll
is
do
more
that. I'll do everything.
right. Exactly, exactly. Honestly,
So,
to me, this is more entertaining than the Beyonce show. Because this is real, Alice. This is
is that what people?
this is a reality.
Is that what they want? I got plenty of that. I got plenty of real, girl. Not a lot of fantasy over here.
I know. I can. I can see that. I can tell. And I think that's what people love about you. It's your realness, it's your rawness, it's how you show up for yourself, for your family, for your fans, how your fans show up for you. It's just incredible. And that, I think actually that's a good point, a good time. Let me just say, I know there's so many people tuning in, so many people commenting. We're so happy all of y'all are here on this Instagram Live. If you have questions for Alice, I will answer them. If you look on the bottom of your screen here on the IG Live, there's a little thought bubble with a question mark. Click on that, type a question, and the last like 10, 15 minutes of the hour here on NIKKI BANZ Live, I will pose all of your questions to Alice. If you put them in the comments, there's so many of y'all commenting, I won't be able to see them. But use that little thought bubble with the question mark. Click on that, type your question, and I will definitely get to them because I know the fans are going crazy here to see you, Alice. So it's time to make sure that they knew.
Man.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you mentioned about how you've been singing since college. So what was it like when whatever you were doing before and you made the decision to start singing? And like you said, like, you're independent, you're doing your own thing. Like what does one do? Like when you woke up and decided, okay, I'm gonna start singing and this is what I'm gonna do. Like what happens from there?
Well, I didn't do that, you know.
Okay.
I didn't make that decision. I was just in school and um I just I it just happened, really. It just happened. I just I didn't start singing. I mean, I started really like trying to sing or singing on stages in college. And before that, I just sang, for my in the mirror, like a little, And I guess I sang around a lot. I always sing around. I'm always singing. So I had somebody tell somebody, "Oh, she's a great singer," and they were like, "Oh, my friend needs a backup singer," and that's really started. I had never done anything before, and I met Tamar Kali in New York, and she started letting me sing backup for her, and and really it just evolved from there. Then her husband, or her at the time fiance, Greg Tate, the great, who just passed a couple weeks back. He did the same. He asked me to be in his band, and that was a big thing. And we met all these other musicians. I met the different musicians, and then Max, this girl Max, was a bass player in the band, and she was like, "Oh, sing this song for me." And then we made a little project after that, and then I met a guy. It was literally like very organically happened. If um, it really it just kept kind of coming to me, and I just kept saying yes or no. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. If I was like, I don't feel like it, I just would, and then I wouldn't do it. And so it really just went like that. And I just kept just following the joy. Essentially, I had to like remind myself that that's really what happened when I feel like quitting, which is hasn't happened in a few years, I guess. But I used to want to quit all the time, and I just couldn't. But it's like, it just happened. It really did just keep coming, and I kept saying yes when I wanted to, and no when I didn't, and it kept coming. So by the time I had Lula, I had already made that first album, and by the time found out I was pregnant with Lula, I was at at Sony at Epic. I was having a horrible time there, and I found out I was pregnant, had the baby. After that, and left Epic during my pregnancy, and then after that, I realized, like when it was kind of time, you start to feel like, okay, it's time to get back to work. And then I realized that I really wanted to, that this is what I really wanted to do, right? So that's like a good 10 years into me singing. I started to be like, oh, it was only the fear that it was like over, that I had, done what I had done and given it to these people, and then thought that they had, you know, just taken it away from me, and that I was going to be not doing it, the same anymore. That's when I was really like, oh wait, no, this is my thing. Like, I don't want to stop. And so that's how it happened.
I think that's a really powerful reminder to a lot of people that like your passion just finds you and just captivates you. And if it's that thing that keeps drawing you back, and if it's that thing that you want to keep doing and you want to keep saying yes to, even when it's
Yeah.
hard sometimes, or even when things
Yeah.
are difficult, that like, it's the thing if you just keep going back to it and keep going back to it. That's a great reminder.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you want to quit, because you be wanting to quit, and I'm telling you, this thing is not for the, you can't have, you gotta have your, gotta be, it's not for nobody weak, you know what I'm saying? It'll really, it's a thing, and it'll beat you up. But I've always been like, when I feel like that, I always remember, like, okay, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? What is happening?
Right.
And then I say, oh, it's fun, it's supposed to be, because it's fun, really. I mean,
Right.
it's fun. You give a little joy. You feel the joy. You give the joy. Like, honestly, I really think that's kind of what it's about for me anyway, And so, like, when it's not going to bring me joy, I don't do it,
Right.
That
Again, another. Go ahead.
includes if the money ain't right, because I found that
I'm like,
there's nothing worse than getting on a stage to do what you have to do, and know the whole time that you ain't gonna get paid the right way, the way you feel like it. So I don't do that anymore.
well, you don't have to do that anymore because you're a superstar now.
And that's what I'm saying, yeah.
You know. Okay, there are like so many nuggets I'm taking from this. So many things for us to think about. But this, I like this, talking about how you don't have to, you don't have to work when you're not getting paid anymore, because you're at that point now. Like you said at the beginning, you've been in this for time now. Like, you were on NPR's Tiny Desk concert before Tiny Desk was a thing, right? It's a thing now. It's huge now, and you were like one of the OG people on Tiny Desk concert, right? Which is like, it's incredible to think about and to look back and be like, wow, like Alice was on that in early days, right?
Yeah.
Which is dope. And now,
when I went on, it was going then, wasn't it? I mean, it was going. They had a lot of people on there before me. It was maybe early, on the earlier side. I really don't know. I'm not sure.
It was going already, but like there's people who are bringing on today. It's like, they got these like crazy artists who are on there now. And so for me, it's like, you were original. Like, you started. You were one of the OGs of starting the whole thing off. People came to Tiny Desk concert to see you. I love it. It's true. It's true. And now we've moved so far on Tiny Desk concert. Now you on Netflix, baby. Can we please talk about your incredible cameo on The Harder They Fall? You got Zazie Beetz, Idris Elba, like incredible actors. Incredible movie for the culture. Talk to us about how did you get into the movie? What was that experience like? We all want to know.
Okay, well, James Samuel, shout out to James, the Black God. And I met him through Sai, who I make all the music, all the songs with. And look at those. I know these people, some of these people. I met him through Sai. Sai's my guy. he met, and when I first, I guess when I first came out to LA, maybe when I moved to LA this last time, maybe 7 years, maybe it's been 7 years, and I think I met him. So 5 years, 6 years ago, I met him, and like the first day I met him, he was like, "I'm gonna make this movie for the Black gods, and you have to be in it." And I was like, "Okay, okay, sure."
Okay.
So, so then he would, so I, and then we over time, over the years, we would hang out, and he used to do this really fun party essentially at the house of another film producer, actually one of the producers from the film, and he would call it the Saloon, and it would just be basically a house party, but it would have a jam session, and because of whatever, James is English, so he would be coming here. I didn't know, but I think he was just coming here to work on trying to get the film out or done or whatever. And it would be like the craziest people. I mean, and it would be a jam session. So it would be instruments and stuff there, and you could go up and sing. Of course, he would make me sing "Fucking Fool for You" every single time. And still to this day, like at the premiere parties for the movie, he would make me sing that song. And I was like, "James, let me tell you something. I'm not singing this song for you again. I might sing it on my stage and stuff, but you're going to have to find another song you like. Okay? It has to be something
Right.
that I do that you like. Because I'm not
Right. You're like, I've got 3 whole albums.
Yeah. So, and I'm good at a cover. So, obviously. So, so 5 years of that, hanging out, talking, kicking it, being cool, getting to know him, and really just liking him. He's fun. He's a fun person. And girl, 6 years later, he called me. He was like, "Meet me in Santa Fe." So I went and did the thing, and then it was so fabulous. And then, of course, you go in there into because I did the saloon scene, which I guess you already know. I did the saloon scene. It's Regina King's saloon, so of course I'll go to do the scene, and it's all everybody. I actually knew Regina from before, and who else did I know? Anybody? I don't think I knew anybody else there personally, and. But it was so crazy, Idris Elba comes up. He's like, "Oh, we're so blessed to have you." Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, "Yeah." Holy crap. So, I mean, and then when it was done, it was done, and when I saw the trailer, I called James. I was like, "Yo, this look like a real movie, though." And it's like a real movie. And I'm in it, and it was a lot of fun and honest. I'm just so impressed by James, and the fact that he did what he said he was gonna do for himself alone, and to do what he said he was gonna do where I'm concerned, that was crazy. Girl, shut up. Coach don't care about Idris. Idris is a married man, and say something about. I'm reading this comment.
The comments, yeah.
It's interesting. I always was like, "Oh, everybody loves Idris," and I would be like, "Oh yeah, I mean, okay," but I tell you, it's different when you're in front of a motherfucker. When you're standing in front of somebody and they're all clean, because you meet, guys, and then they be, they're not clean and stuff. But when they're clean, everything is, put together, and then you're like, they're tall, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then they're nice, and then they have the accent, "Hey, Michi," and then you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I get it. I mean, I get it. I mean,
Yes.
so But that's
exactly. You know, I have to say, I was at this like market over the weekend, you know, and I saw this guy and I was like, okay, he looks okay, but whatever, no big deal. And then he opened his mouth and he had that English accent, and I was like, hold
well,
up, let me do a little double take. Hold
something
on.
different here. Something
Exactly.
different. They don't come
I was
from the same thing I come from. Maybe they got something different going on. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was a little captivated there. I love that you said that, Alice. But we are honestly like, we are so happy for you. We the people, we the collective
We the
community
people. We the
love,
It
we
was
love
fun.
to see. And you know, like, I feel like you know, when Paul, when your dad, when Uncle Paul had like put it on his Facebook, you know, that, and that's where I first found out about it, because he had posted on Facebook, you know, proud dad. He was like, gotta
Yeah.
watch this Netflix movie. My daughter is in it. And he was like, oh, you know, she has a couple seconds in the movie. And I watched, I was like, a couple seconds. I was like, no, you was in the movie, girl. Like, it was more than a couple seconds.
No, come on. It was fully for a second. You definitely see me for my face for like 3 seconds. And then somebody said, no, but you're in the back. We can see you in the background when they're talking. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm in this movie for 3 seconds, man.
No, no. That
Voice, my voice. My voice is in the movie. Did you know that I was in the first scene too?
ooh.
That's me
Where?
singing. So in the first scene when they do all the killing,
Uh-huh.
well, they do that the whole time. But
Yeah.
the first scene, you know, they're singing in the first scene. It's just it's like a narration almost, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's also
So
you.
that's also me. It's also my voice.
Okay, okay. We're about to go rewatch the opening scene. Get all excited. I love it. Okay, well, shout out to James for accomplishing this incredible dream, years and years in the making. Shout out to Sai for being the plug, being the connect. But
Yeah.
honestly, just shout out to you, because it's so incredible. Is this the first time that you've done something for like TV or movies, or have you done some stuff before?
Um, Mara had me in her was it Black Lightning?
Ah,
I've had
yeah.
songs in stuff on TV, like TV shows, like licenses, but I was in that, you know, in person, in Black Lightning the one time, and then that's it. Um,
Mm, mm.
it I was like, it was really hard. It was hard because I had to, you know, for what do you call it? To fake sing is like really difficult,
But
really hard.
is it more difficult, or like isn't it the same as a music video, or no?
Yeah, that's hard. That would be hard.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to do that. I don't like the fake singing. It's weird. I mean, even if it was like, oh, I could sing along, you see what I'm saying? But because
Mm.
of COVID at the time when I did it, I wasn't allowed to sing, right?
Oh, I see. So you
So
really just had
no
to like lip sync the whole thing. You couldn't even really.
thing because yeah. So I went there and I you know recorded like a scratch vocal to sing along to, but then you know I couldn't sing,
Wow. Wow.
couldn't like breathe and sing and all that. So that was the hard part. It was
Mm.
weird.
Mm. That's really interesting, because I think, you know, as the fans, the people who just watch it, you would never those are things that we would never think about. You know, we would
I,
never think like, oh, this was difficult.
yeah,
Okay.
hard because you know
Mm.
when you're singing, you breathe. A lot of like the facial stuff, I think, comes from the actual sing. Is like you know how do you get the sound out? You know, I think a lot of that is just um, part of that. You know, so I don't know. It was hard.
Yes, yes, and especially for you, you know, because we know how much soul, how much artistry, how much of yourself you put into these live performances. You know, it's evident in anything that anybody has ever
Yeah,
seen you do. You know, so then to not be able to really fully express that. Oh, absolutely. I could see that being difficult.
Yeah, yeah. My body, because you know, my all of the all of the performance comes from the singing. It's not like
Right.
a performance. You know, it's not really like a performance.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Interesting. We're getting some behind the scenes insider scoop here with Alice Smith, the one and only.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, okay, we've talked about your amazing role on The Harder They Fall on Netflix. We've talked about a little bit about how you know got into singing, how it keeps calling you back. Talk to us a little bit about your journey to motherhood, to and through motherhood, because I know that your daughter Lula is so important to you. And now that you have a daughter, what is it like balancing, you know, your career, your artistry with your daughter? Is she just integrated into everything that you do? What has that journey, what has that process been like?
Well, well, Lula, she's a real doll. She's hilarious. She's so funny. She makes me laugh so hard all the time. She's so effing funny. She, but you know, like with music, she don't really care about it. You know, she could sing. She has really great ears. You know, her pitch is great. Um, but she's not interested. And if you ask her to, she wouldn't do it for you. But she sings a lot. She sings a lot, like to herself in her room and stuff. Not loud. She's not like, which I think I used to do. But she sings to herself all the time. You know, like she's always hearing music, I think. Um, but she also, you know, wants me to stop singing around, and she doesn't want me to. I used to sing this song sometimes, and I would kind of put her in the song, Close to You. And one time she was, I really didn't like it when you said my name in the song. And I was like, okay.
Oh.
But I think it's because, you know, in that song, there talks a little bit about romancy stuff, you know. So I think she didn't like being associated with boys liking her or something like that. But or she really just didn't like. I mean, she really just didn't like it. So either way, I guess I won't do it again. Um, but what else? Lula's thing is in the art right now, you know, or always. She's always been a real like drawing, painting, um, colors, that kind of stuff is her real thing. She comes to shows. Sometimes she's cool with going to a show. Sometimes she's like, ugh, again. You do this at home. Like, do we really have to go? I really have to go and sit and watch you sing. She's not really into that. But she loves me. All people are always like, oh, just get ready. She's not gonna. I'm like, I really am not into that. I don't think that's like a real thing.
Uh-huh.
But we'll see. I think she's gonna always be. We're really close. And sometimes I just keep
Yeah.
saying to her, I keep telling her, I just hope we're always as close as we are right now, Lula. And she's like, oh yeah, don't worry, Mama. And I'm like, yeah. And I wonder if she's gonna try to forget, and then I'm gonna have to remind her.
Exactly. Poke, poke, poke. Lula, remember when you said this every day
Remember,
to me
love
for
me.
years? That is very, very sweet, though. I mean, I think like the relationship that you have with your sweet daughter is like so evident on anything that you do, all your pictures, your everything. So I love the fact that you two are as close as you are. I think that's just like so
Yeah,
sweet, so
it's so
special.
sweet.
Yes, and that closeness is tremendous. Like even now, I see my mom here on the live. I'm like, hey mom, we close, we close. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm 31 years old. We're still like this.
Oh, let's be together. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what it's gonna be,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
she's dope. She's gonna be dope. She's. I had this astrologer tell me one time. They always ask me about Lula, and she said, they always say something like this, but the last one said, "She's got the world by the tail," and I was like, "Yeah."
Yes, she does.
Hey,
Yes,
Michael.
Lula. Yes, you
Yes, Lula. Anyway,
do.
she sleep. It's
Oh,
10:45. Might be up by now, but she was asleep when 10 o'clock when I was coming to be on here because she don't go to sleep at night. She's 11 and she don't be asleep till like 12.
oh, okay. Late nights, late nights.
Yeah, homeschool. We have her at homeschooling. I think it was not intentional for that reason, but it was like a blessing because she tries. She's not like up doing anything, but she can't fall asleep. She be up in there like.
Hmm. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was
So.
gonna say it's all those creative juices flowing. Uh-huh.
Princess. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So, okay, we've touched on so many different topics. We've got about 15 minutes left of the interview. I want to answer some of the questions from everyone here. We've got over 70 people tuned in on this live, and I know many folks are going to be watching the rerun when I post it on YouTube. So maybe just the last question that I'll ask you, Alice, before we move on to, some of the questions from the folks who are here in the audience today. I'll just ask, like, what's new, what's exciting, what should we, as your family, as your friends, as your followers, what should we keep an eye out for as we launch this new year?
Uh, I don't know, girl. Well, no, I'm working on some music. I started this new music. It's pretty fab.
Ooh.
Don't know when or how I'm gonna put it out. I was thinking about re-releasing Mystery, but I don't know when. I was gonna put some of the songs that I left out, but that I play out back on the album. Maybe do some vinyls, something like that. Because, when I put it out, what I realized? I've never had a actual campaign around my music. Never had like
Okay.
a thing. And including especially with Mystery, where I just push the button on the what? Um, I need to do my nails. On the SoundCloud. On the
Yeah.
SoundCloud. And so they just digitally released it with, there was not, I did nothing. I just put the shit out. And I was thinking about that and I was thinking, oh, it's really cool and a blessing. And I'm very proud of what I've been able to do without it. But I also feel a little sad for the music, that it hasn't been able to get the exposure, certainly with that album, that I think it really deserves. So
Yes.
I'm thinking about that. Um, I got some other crazy shit going on, but I can't even talk about that. And who
Okay.
knows? And who knows when that's gonna happen? So I definitely can't talk about it. But it's something. And what else? More shows? I don't know. I haven't put up any shows, but and we're supposed to do these shows, me and Cope, at the end of the month. Who knows? I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with that because it's crazy out here right now. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I told Cope, I said, shit, if it was me, I'd have canceled that thing a long time ago and we'd be on the beach somewhere. But it's not my run, so but we'll see what the dad
Uh-huh.
and dope though when it happens. Um and I do miss being on stage, but maybe the summertime will be better. You know what I'm saying? When everybody's like And I know also that that's another thing because um everybody puts everything on hold, so a lot of venues are going to be all booked up, at least for the best days, and whoever, whatever, I don't know, that's just stuff. And what else is happening?
Uh,
That's the sum of it. I don't know what else is
I
happening.
I think that's enough to tide people over a little bit. I mean, the chat box here on this IG live is going crazy. People asking about new shows, new music, like people are going crazy. So I think like we're excited about the shows that you and Cope have coming up together. I'm keeping our fingers crossed those don't get canceled. I know the world is a crazy place right now, and yeah, we're gonna keep our fingers crossed those don't get canceled. But we're
Yeah,
excited for whatever this secret dope thing is. We're all excited. We're all rooting for you. So we're gonna keep. We're also gonna be excited for that to come out, that to release. And I think the
yeah,
idea about either re-releasing Mystery or just like having some proper like marketing around it is a good one. Like even for me, I've had Mystery on repeat every day for the last week, just like in preparation for the show, getting into your spirit, getting into your essence, and it's an incredible album. So I think
yeah.
it absolutely
I
deserves
thought it
all the
was so pretty, to me. I do. I just want to keep. I mean,
yeah.
I'm making this new stuff. It's dope. I got some new vibes on it because I really not only, but I listen to a lot of Brazilian music. So I'm kind of incorporating not that, but I got like my friend Roger that I did. I did a song with him for his project, and so then I was able to drag him into the studio some stuff for my stuff. So I'm adding some of
Mm-hmm.
that vibe, but I got some like little like puzzle piecing together to figure. Like I'm probably going to spend a lot of time this year or sometime this year trying to find the good situation for me, my music coming up. That's what I'll be probably spending a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time, and then just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hear you.
much
I hear you.
finishing as I can. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Alice.
Oh, more merch.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
work on some
see
merch too.
now
My nose.
that now we've got everyone all excited, giving them some sneak peek. All right, more merch. Oh, you're cutting out a little bit, but I heard more merch and I got really
Yeah.
excited.
Should I move?
You're back. You're back. I
Is
can
this
see you
better?
now. I can hear you now. Mm. Yes. More merch. Where do we find your merch, Alice?
Should be on my website. Honestly, I don't know, but I think it is. I think it's on my website. Um, maybe maybe Ilea is watching it. She could just say where it is. Um, like making. I do like making. I have all these ideas for merch, and so I'm gonna make some shirts and stuff. Yeah, I'm also interested in like figuring out some good colors. So that's always a part of my little
mm.
process with my. I love a long sleeve tee. You know what I'm saying? I love merch.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
hate merch. I like um I Cope always goes on the road and brings back all these like t-shirts that people either give him or I don't know. He feels like he has to support people. And I'm always like, stop bringing this trash in here. It's just more stuff. It's just face froze on a
You are
full
too
Muppet.
funny.
We are like Muppets. I think we both look like we're like Muppets.
I
Do, do,
I
do,
know.
do, do,
When I was putting our little flyer together, I was like, oh, we got the best hair of any of my flyers I've done. I was like, the two of us had great hair on the flyer. I love it. Okay, Alice, let me make sure I give the people what they want. You literally have like something crazy. There's like 28 questions in here for you from all of your adoring fans.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna. I know I'm not gonna ask all of them because we only have 5 minutes left. But I would love to ask some of them. So okay. Let me let me see some fun ones. Okay, there's one here from Cheb10 that says, "What is your favorite song to perform?"
It changes. Usually, it's the newest one. Whichever is the newest one, that I like. Usually, it's my favorite.
Okay, I like that.
Lately, I guess I like. Lately, I mean, what does that even mean? I don't know. Aphrodite. I like to sing Aphrodite. I always like to sing. I like to sing the one. I don't like to sing Dream. Okay, let's go now. Keep going. Just gotta get as many as we can. Did I lose you?
I heard that. So you said, no, I'm back. I'm here. You said, yeah. We heard you. Okay. So we've got the list of songs you do and don't like to perform. All right. Let's see what other questions I can ask. So many good questions on here. Okay. Okay. Amanda NK says, "Come to Toronto, please."
Toronto.
Can
we meet in
where are we meeting? Cape Town? Where?
Montreal instead. I prefer Montreal to Toronto. Is that bad to say? Can I not say
that? I'm sure the Toronto fans will make their way to Montreal if they must for you. If they must. Okay, we've got a nice comment here from Jessica Michelle James saying, "Are you ever looking for a backers? You don't even have to pay me, LOL."
That don't sound good. Doesn't sound promising.
I know, especially after we talked about getting that money.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The good.
Go ahead.
Somebody said something about the Gagosian. I just sang at the Gagosian in London, and it was really fabulous.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fabulous. Antoine, that's a good story because I went to New York to surprise my mother for her birthday, and I took her to see Social Works 1 in New York, and Antoine was so sweet and showed us the show and told us all the stuff, and then I had mentioned to him that I would be in New York for London for the Netflix stuff. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to do this other thing, this opening there, and and you should come." And it turns out that it was like the next day. It was like perfect, timing, and really came together. And it was just a very cool event, beautiful. I mean, it really kind of an honor to be included.
Beautiful. It was serendipitous. It was meant to be.
Very, very. I've been deep in the flow lately. These last 6 months, I've been just completely tuned in. So it's been nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Fantastic. We love to hear it, Alice. We love to hear it. The
Yeah.
um the last question I'll ask you, since I know we're almost at time now, there's one question here from Talks About Moi, which I think is very interesting. They say, if you could turn any world location or monument or point of interest into a venue to perform in, what would you choose?
Nice.
Mm.
This is if the sound could be perfect. I'm going to just modify the question and say that if the sound is not an issue, like we'll just make it up that it's going to be unbelievable, perfect sound regardless.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say that because I had an answer. I just said that because maybe it'll help me get one. Where would I? Oh, I don't know. um,
It's a good
oh,
question, though.
it's a good question. Well, just you know what? Well, um, I'm gonna answer this question, but you can ask me another one. I'm still thinking.
It's
What
okay. We got.
if like what what if like where do I love like I would love to go. I haven't been to Morocco and I really want to do that. If I could play in Selena, in the Aeolian Islands in Selena and like have all the people come, I would I would do that because I love the Mediterranean, but I love this place, Selena. Um, my mother wants me to do the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, so I would do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I would
Okay.
do
Okay.
that. I would be doing that for her. Lori said, "Yeah, let's do
Well,
that." I'm ready for it. And I, but I don't know. Like, what's a beautiful, beautiful places? Oh, you know what else they have in Sicily? They have this a Black Madonna, and a they have this like huge a church of the Black Madonna. That would be dope. I would do that.
ooh. Okay. I've never been there. I need to put that on my list of places to go visit.
Yeah, me either. I've never been either. I was gonna go when I went to Sicily. That's kind of how I got to Sicily because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go here, but of course I didn't know
Uh-huh.
what I was doing and didn't realize that where I was staying was such a long drive with little girls, to get there. So we didn't make it there.
Okay.
But
Okay. Well, we're gonna manifest that beautiful setting for an incredible concert with perfect sound. We're gonna put that into the universe for you, Alice, and we're gonna make that
yeah,
happen. We're gonna manifest it right here, right now.
or the Met or somewhere like a beautiful opera house would be
Mm.
gorgeous. Yeah. Anywhere really.
Mm.
I would love to go sing somewhere beautiful. Just somewhere where everybody could go. You know how when you go places and it's so fabulous and you're like, oh, I wish all my friends were here. Those kind of places. So that after I
Mm.
do my work, then we can really get down.
Hey. Yep, I know exactly what you
Yeah.
mean. It's all about the feeling, all about the
Yeah.
energy, all about
All
the
of
vibes.
it. But I'm going to keep thinking about that question because it's a really great question.
It is a good question. I'm gonna keep
I'm going to
thinking
go
about
play.
it too.
I am going to play at the Bimmelman in New York with the Bimmelman room at the Carlisle Hotel. That's not hard to do, but I love that place. Oh, La Scala. I went to Milan one time. I'm reading. Anyway, do another one.
Yes. I know. Okay, you want another question? We're at an hour. You have some time? You want to do one more question?
Oh, I have time, but we can stop. I'm down to stop. Let's stop.
Okay.
Alice.
I'm just so grateful that you came on the show, that we were here for an hour. I want to be respectful of your time. I know it's early. I know you're still waking up. So
I I'm really glad you wanted to do this, and I'm glad we made it happen. You're very far away, and we're still together. So I
I
think
know.
that this is really great, and I love that you do this. Um, I'll be tuning into your next ones, and I hope you're having a lot of fun doing them.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so truly blessed to have you on the show to start off 2022 with you, my cousin. Even though we haven't spent that much time together over the years, it's so special to me to be able to connect with you in this
Yeah,
way. It's truly my pleasure, my honor. I can't wait until we meet up in person again, to see you, to see Cope, to see Lula. You know,
yeah,
we'll do a family gathering somewhere
yeah.
soon for
One
sure.
day.
So
Tired of this.
I'm ready. I know, I know. Well, any final thoughts, any last words before we close the show today?
Well, today is Tuesday, and I hope everybody has a great day and a great rest of the week. If you get COVID, don't get scared because that just makes it worse. And um, take care of yourselves. And Nikki, you take care of yourself. I don't really have anything to say. I love everybody.
Yes, I love everybody too, and I love you. Thank you for coming on NIKKI BANZ Live. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, who's watching here on IG Live, everybody who's watching the rerun on YouTube. We appreciate you all. Happy New Year. Alice Smith, everybody. It's been a blessing, and sending you so much love as we launch 2022. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All
Bye.
right, bye everyone. Thank you for tuning in to NIKKI BANZ Live. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.